The last part of making travel reservations that we are going to learn is how to rent a car. We've selected here car only because we're going to only choose to rent a car. We want to pick up a car at the airport. Or you could choose a city or a point of interest that you would want to pick up your car at. So most every airport would have car rental companies who have cars ready and waiting there for you to rent. But also there are points around the city or say at tourist locations where you could also find rental companies to rent a car from. Or you could say, I have a specific address that I want to find the closest place that I can pick up my car at that I will use as a rental. But we will say we want to pick up a car from the airport. Drop off the car. So at the end of the time that I'm finished, I drop off the car. You don't actually drop it as you say, I dropped an apple from my hand. Usually the way you use drop is you have something in your hand, you let it go, you drop it. Well, this is dropping off a car. It is just taking it back. So I pick it up. I don't actually pick it up in my hand, but I am going and getting the car. I pick it up, and then when I'm done, I drop it off. So the place where I want to drop it off is the same place as I picked it up. So same as here, the same airport. It's usually cheaper if your pickup is the same as the drop-off. Usually they will charge more money if you are dropping it off at a different location because they will have to drive that car back to its original location by themselves. So we're just going to do same as pickup, and we are going to do Seattle because that is where we're traveling to, but we're going to say not just the city name, we want to do the airport, so we know it's the SeaTac airport that we will be arriving into that we want to rent a car from. The date we will pick it up is the 8th, and we want to rent the car for 2 days, and we will drop it off on Friday, April 10th. Our pickup time when we want to show up, like basically since we're doing it at the airport, when our flight arrives in Seattle. So let's say our flight arrives at 4:30 in the evening. That's when we want to pick it up. And then we will drop it off 2 days later, let's say at 3 o'clock in the evening. So that's how long we will be keeping it. And say if we picked it up at this time in the evening and then we brought it back later, say 9 p.m., you would probably get charged extra money because you're actually going over 48 hours, 2 days worth of time. So we will make sure we bring it back before this time 2 days later. So let's search what options they have for us. Here are our results. They have a table of results for us. Up here you can see the different rental companies. There's Easy, Rent-A-Car, Fox, Payless, Thrifty, Enterprise, Budget. Okay, these are all companies that you can rent from. They have rental cars. And then here are the types of cars you can rent. An economy car is going to be your cheapest car. It's economical. When it's economy or economical, it means it's at a cheaper price. Compact car is a small car. It fits into compact, small spaces. A mid-size car is a car that is medium or mid, in the middle size. Standard car, which would again be like a mid-size car, or a full-size car. Say I am traveling with a family, I need it to be a large, full-size car. I need a large trunk in the back where I can open up and put my luggage. A premium car. Premium is high-end, very good quality. Or a luxury car, which would be the best quality. It's luxurious. It has very nice interior, probably leather. These are your high-end cars such as a Cadillac or a Mercedes. They have convertibles. A convertible is a car that has no top on it, or it converts. It does have a top, but you can pull it back. And so when it's sunny outside, you can have your hair blowing in the wind and have fresh air. Or when it starts to rain, you can close it up. It is convertible. If you need a van, you can have even more space. There are probably 2 rows of seats in the back. So you can usually fit in vans 7 people. An SUV, again, it could fit probably about 7 people. SUV stands for Sports Utility Vehicle. So it usually has better tires on it, is set up off the ground. It drives more nicely, especially if you need to drive off-road. For any sporting that you might do, going up into the mountains, things like that, a sports utility vehicle is useful. A pickup, which is short for a pickup truck. So the back of the truck is open and has a lot of space you can just throw things into. But if it would rain or snow, then all that stuff in the back would get wet. So it would be only for good weather or for things that it's okay, that you don't mind that they would get wet. That's what you would put in the back of a pickup. So those are your choices of vehicles from the different companies. Let's say we have a family and we have lots of luggage. So we want to ride in a van. We can see our prices per day. 37, 39. This one's all the way at 91. So we're going to choose the cheapest one here at $37 per day.
You are learning how to rent a car, and 2 things that Melissa said that are very important are pick up and drop off. Now, the term pick up can be used in many different ways. She used it in the sense of picking up the car you are renting. But you can also pick up girls. You can also pick up the pace, which have 3 different meanings. So if you want to figure those out, you can look it up yourselves, or maybe in the future we'll explain those. But then she also used the term drop off. So you drop off the car. I can drop off my kids at your house. Or I can drop off the face of the earth, which means I just disappear. So these words have a couple of different meanings to them, but for our purposes, just remember, pick up is to go and get the car, and drop off is to give the car back.